What's going on, boys? Welcome back to some more SideSwipe. Today we're going to be covering a topic that's received a lot of discussion for a few seasons now. I was really hoping to never have to make this type of video, but unfortunately today we're going to be talking about whether or not SideSwipe is dying. As of the making of this video, the game has been out for 11-ish months, and it can't be denied that it's not in the same place it was around launch time. But there's still a dedicated community wanting to see the game thrive and hoping that Psyonix has our best interest in mind. So with all that being said, let's get right into number 1. One of the biggest complaints I see people having in the later seasons is the queue times. I have also ran into this problem a decent amount once I hit around diamond rank in any mode. The only modes that are easy to find games in are 1s and 2s, and sometimes 1s takes a minute if you queue too late into the night. But on the other side of things, I haven't really had any issues finding new opponents when we do get in games, even if it does take a little while. If you're wanting to try any other modes though, you're going to have a much different experience most likely. I have had plenty of queues get close to or over 10 minutes while waiting for whichever extra mode is out that season, and especially in the casual modes. I believe if an MMR change was made for the ranking system, it could help with this issue, but if SideSwipe ever experiences another player boom, we will have a ton of people ranked way too high, so it's a bit of a slippery slope trying to fix the ranked issue. I do still see a decent amount of people grinding away on my friends list, and I also receive friend requests often from new players, so although the player base has definitely diminished a bit, it is far from completely empty. I believe a few of the best ways to get players back to this game would be tradable items and porting the game over to PC and console. I know the second one might be a little bit controversial, but creators like Striped and Lethamyr have stated that they would play the game again if this were to happen and more people ended up coming back, so it would be an insanely good move from Psyonix. Probably a lot easier said than done though. Another indicator of a game's current popularity is how well it does on platforms like YouTube and Twitch. I am still extremely lucky and grateful that I have a lot of you guys that enjoy watching SideSwipe content still, but there's also a large amount of people that are no longer interested in any kind of SideSwipe content. There is also the issue of almost everyone that made SideSwipe content in the past moving on to different games thanks to the lack of good/big updates. I don't blame any of these guys at all, and some people ended up making insanely good moves that have benefited them greatly, so I'm pretty happy for them, but SideSwipe is what gave me an audience, so I sort of feel a special attachment to the game and to those of you that still want SideSwipe content. I know the drop in views also isn't just limited to people that grew tired of the game itself, but overall I do feel it gives a decent indicator of general interest in the game. Hopefully this game can see a solid turnaround and lots of creators and viewers come back, but I certainly won't hold my breath. There's one big thing that has been contributing to the declining player base, and that thing is content. Or the lack of. The first few seasons saw new modes and eventually new maps, but these past few seasons have been rough to say the least. The volleyball mode has been recycled for season 5, and it didn't receive the most praise in season 2 when it first came out, so it was a bit odd that it made a return. There was a new mode in season 3 that added 2 extra cards on the field for 3v3s, but I didn't get to play much of that entire season thanks to a crashing bug that was never fixed. I have read so many good ideas from people in YouTube and Reddit comments, but we always seem to get things we weren't exactly looking for. We did get the new mutator mode, which gives an incentive to play on the weekends with its double XP mode, and I say it was a very good addition, but unfortunately people hardly seem to play this mode. We need other reasons to come back and play this game if there's not going to be much change as far as content, because as of now the only other thing is your rank, and this would almost be fine if we received good rank rewards, but 2 seasons now have included rewards that you can't use if you don't like using quick chat. We need the rewards that people have been asking for, like decals and goal explosions, so ranked feels like it's worth grinding. I don't really want to wait in 10-minute queues if I'm going to get another sticker as a ranked reward. With more incentives to play and better rewards at the end of the season, I feel like people would reconsider playing the game again, but there's no for sure way to know without trying, so please Psyonix. So with these 3 main points currently being true, I would have to unfortunately say that SideSwipe is currently in a dying state, or at least very much headed in that direction if it's not. But luckily for us, there are those few changes that Psyonix could implement in future updates that could completely revitalize the player base, so not all hope is lost. The players that remain this long after release with the game in its current state are a dedicated bunch that I believe will continue playing this game until Psyonix shuts its servers down. I know that I will. If you guys enjoyed this video, please be sure to drop a like and maybe even a sub, and I will talk to you all in the next one. See you, boys.